There was a little boy who, when I was 14, I was either 13 or 14. It was a bunch of couples and we were in a car and he like just started reaching for my titties and then he just pulled them out and started sucking on them. And I wasn't turned on. I didn't like it. You know, I barely even had any titties when I was 13 or 14. I had barely an A cup, but I didn't like it. And I just felt like I couldn't say no. I felt like, well, this is what he want to do. And he says he cares about me, which he did. So he's just sucking on my titties in the back of a car. And I was just like, what do I need to do to get out of this situation? The next 2 days, like all I could hear about in school was that I was a hoe and that I let him suck my titties in the back of a car. And even then, y'all, I remember being like, you know, I was a junior feminist in the making. But even then I was just like, well, why isn't he a hoe? Because I'm probably not the first titties that he sucked in the back of a car. Like, why am I the hoe? I didn't even like it. I didn't even want him to suck my titties in the back of a car. Like, it just happened. I just felt like it was so unfair for me to be the one that got called a freak and a hoe when he was the one who initiated the behavior. That was like my first like entry level into like, girl, you got to be way more careful because number one, these ninjas will betray you. They will betray you, you know. But also, what actually happened doesn't matter. What actually happened is that I didn't want that to happen and it still happened and I still got called a hoe. And I was embarrassed, and also I'm making light of it, but I felt so much shame about that. Once it got around school and once the kids started mocking me, I did feel a lot of shame and I cried. Okay. So then I think the next boyfriend I had after that, and child, they was cousins too. Or at least they was play cousins.